Class 8th, lesson also 8th, cell, structure and function. So let us proceed with the explanation of this chapter. Endoplasmic reticulum. Let us study about one more cell organelle, that is endoplasmic reticulum. This is the diagram of endoplasmic reticulum. It is a membranous network or irregular network of membrane enclosing fluid in its cavity. So there is a cavity between it. You can say it is double layered membrane, and fluid is filled between these two membranes. So again, in this also, just like mitochondria, you can see that the folds are actually increasing the surface area. More is the surface area, more is the space available for the biological reactions to take place. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. In short, actually endoplasmic reticulum is written as ER, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So in short, rough endoplasmic reticulum is written as RER, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum is written as SER. So you can have a look that there is a difference between smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Basically, what is the main difference is that in rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are also attached, whereas in smooth endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are not attached. So attachment of ribosomes makes it rough, so that's when rough endoplasmic reticulum name is being given to them. Next, let's have a quick revision. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on its surface, and the function is synthesis of proteins. So who is actually synthesizing the proteins? It is the ribosomes who are synthesizing the proteins, and the space between the endoplasmic reticulum is going to store the proteins. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum makes lipids, processes carbohydrates and toxic waste. So the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum, as it doesn't have ribosomes, so they are not going to produce proteins at all. So they make lipids, fats, that's we call as, and processes carbohydrate. Processes means it changes the form of carbohydrates, and it also processes the toxic waste. If some toxic waste is being produced in the cell, so it's going to process it so that it gets changed into a non-toxic. Next, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is helpful in fats or lipid synthesis. Endoplasmic reticulum forms the skeleton framework of the cell, like bone and muscles make our body frame. Similarly, endoplasmic reticulum forms a framework of the cell. So as you know that shape to your body is being given by skeleton. So similarly, when we talk about a cell, so who is giving a shape to the cell? It is endoplasmic reticulum that is giving a framework, giving a shape to it so that the cell has a proper shape. Rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes and helpful in protein synthesis. Rough endoplasmic reticulum provides the site for protein synthesis. So as rough endoplasmic reticulum is having lots of ribosomes attached to it, so it provides a space for protein synthesis. As I told that endoplasmic reticulum is highly folded, so increasing the surface area, providing ribosomes a lot of space for protein synthesis. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is helpful in detoxification, means changing the toxic waste into a detoxic form. Endoplasmic reticulum is helpful in the formation of membrane of the cell. So endoplasmic reticulum, along with these functions, is also responsible for the formation of cell membrane. As you know that cell membrane is made up of fats and proteins. So these endoplasmic reticulums are going to provide the material so that cell membrane can be made. So you may be thinking that cell membrane is already made, so why do they need more material for making cell membrane? they need more cell material for making cell membrane, because cell, after attaining a particular size, after growing to a particular size, needs to divide. So when it is going to divide and one cell is going to produce two cells, so cell needs all the materials for synthesizing a new cell. So that time it needs new material for synthesis of a new cell. Next is the Golgi body. So this is the diagram of a Golgi body. These are stacked membrane or the flattened cristae having fluid filled vesicles. So these separate parts, the small structure, these are the vesicles. In plant cell, it is called as dictyosomes. So in plant cell, it's being given a separate name as dictyosomes. So Golgi apparatus. This is the picture. Let's move further. Now, what are the functions of a Golgi apparatus? They secrete, packages and dispatches the cellular secretion. So this is their function. They are going to secrete, they are going to pack the material, and after packing they will dispatch it. So what does it mean? कि जो चीज़ें बनाई जा रही हैं उनको थोड़ा कोई मॉडिफिकेशन चाहिए तो मॉडिफिकेशन किया, फिर उनकी पैकेजिंग कर दिया, पैक कर दिया, डिस्पैच कर दिया, मीन्स भेज दिया. तो कहाँ भेज दिया? It will be sent to cytoplasm so that it can be used by the other cell organelle, and according to the requirement the things can be used. They are helpful in formation of the cell membrane. So they also play a very important role in synthesis of cell membrane.
Golgi apparatus, also called Golgi complex or Golgi body, are membrane-bound organelle of eukaryotic cells. It is made up of a series of flattened, stacked pouches called cisternae. It is located in the cytoplasm next to the endoplasmic reticulum and near the cell nucleus. The Golgi apparatus is responsible for transporting, modifying and packaging proteins and lipids into vesicles for delivery to targeted destinations.
A cell is regarded as the true biological atom. Reason? Because the entire living organisms are basically made up of cell. That's all. Thank you.